Alright, excuse this bullshit. First, this is becoming a bit more of a problem and more seriously noobish. And today I am actually going to be discussing people, or should I say community social medias as well, to add. Why are you exiting in the staff lobby? And second of all, going into suggesting me to go and influence into helicopters, which is definitely not going to help me out. So here's the thing, right? I was in this lobby, right? And yes, I did leave at this point because their cut sucks. And they did not even grab the money, and they got spied too early. Inside there, I was just doing the PlayStation menu, don't know what was going on. What they did, they got spied for no reason whatsoever, and I decided to go aggressive mode using the carbine rifle. They hired probably Chester McCoy or something, I don't know, and just the good driver and hacker, I don't know. So at this point I was minding my own business, doing the jumping and just climbing on the cliff as usual. And what these two were doing in an idiotic way, you can't hide underneath the tunnel in the staff lobby because that's not going to resolve anything. And that's where these two were at. You don't even have anything. You're just already alerted the news, and what is the point? And no matter what, they will still pursue you. And one of them was going for the Maverick, which is kind of a bullshit tactic because he has no decoy, so that's the stupid reason. And when I was trying to go into the Vinewood Bowl Stadium, I was doing just fine, and I was this close to escaping the cops, but since he didn't have a decoy, it takes about like 2 or 3 minutes to get the heat away, and I was nowhere close enough to find a place, to hide. But yeah, as community social medias, they kept doing the same suggestion tips over and over and over again, and sometimes the same with the expert hackers. But let me get this straight. Expert hackers are for those people who actually suck at speed of hacking the keypads, and it doesn't even really help you. And you shouldn't be using expert key hackers like Paige Harris or Avi Schwartzman, because you take like 4 minutes in there, and 4 minutes is unnecessary, and it's absolutely bullshit, and you don't even get a remote chance to complete the elite challenge whatsoever, even if you go inside the vault regardless, inside the staff lobby. Okay, so now this is where I lose the heat. But this bastard, who is the host, he uses to get inside a Maverick, and he was going to pick someone else up, getting a getaway vehicle. And I assumed there was only 2 vehicles, so I wasn't really going to bother. So I was doing really good on foot, and that's where my escape almost complete. And there you go. As you see right now, the host was going into the helicopter and being a stupid asshole, and this is what happened less than a minute later. He completely blew himself up, and he commits suicide afterwards. And this is why I don't trust anymore with people going on helicopters, especially when they're trying to land it on me, and the host gets agitated at me for no apparent reason because the host was not, see, there you go, suicide. That's why I'm proving my point. The communities were way more worse in social media to have heated arguments against me consecutively, mostly now. We may not know whenever it can happen. So pretty much what can really happen is when people just go for the helicopters for nothing, you really aren't really helping the situation by two things. One, grabbing a helicopter and grabbing people. Two, grabbing another one and the fact you still got cops on your stupid ass. You aren't really helping this situation at all if you love helicopters. That's my message to you. You're not really helping this situation at all. And you're risking to take your money away, and not only that, you're getting us killed. And that's why I ignore helicopters for this reason. And the host decides to follow me, like fucking I didn't give a good mood his ass, because I just let the host be pissed off with the fact I lose the cut on purpose. So I was pretty much dying at this point, so I wasn't really too bothered or having a mood for it, because the host was wasting too much time despite the helicopter picking for nothing. So I don't know why the host was following me in the first place, because why don't you just take the waste disposal exit instead of the staff lobby the first time, you douchebag? Sorry, my throat's getting a little bit exhausted here from this stupid banter. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip this right here. And pretty much show the helicopter bit here. Right. So at this point here, I would say about 3 minutes. This stupid ass motherfuckers tries to get me into the helicopter, the fact you got cops on them. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Helicopters are still pursuing them, and there's so many cops on the stadium, they're still gunning them. They are still gunning them. I mean, the host gets pissed off and decides to shoot me for no reason. And I see him right there. And see, he's just a complete moron. He keeps shooting me for no reason. Like, you're like, fuck you. Like, you shoot me? Well, fuck you too, bitch. Because I don't get into helicopters for this reason. You pursued us to the cops by going into the helicopter because you're not in the same spot, douchebag. And look where the host gone, and same with his buddy. And I don't know why the snowman head got glitched in the hair, in the mask. And see, as soon as they got into the grandeur, boom, dead. And another dead. So pretty much proves my case. Never go in helicopters unless you have cops. No, that's bullshit. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a breather. And that's just pretty much I wanted to sum up this banter. And if I was you, only take the helicopters if your elite challenge is active. But this one, no, never. Because you're dead, you failed, and don't ever take helicopters if your elite challenge has been voided.